Hey there Gemini, welcome to your weekly tarot reading from March 13th to the 19th. Let's jump straight on in and see what may be on the cards for you. So Gemini, your first energy out is the Empress. This is a beautiful energy of new growth, of new manifestations, and really birthing through what is on your heart. It's a real creation energy. It asks you to take action, but it also asks you, Gemini, to surrender and allow things to unfold and allow things to be guided by your own intuition, by, the rhythms, the seasons, the cycles that, are around you at the moment. So you might be creating something. It is a very positive omen in terms of money, in terms of abundance, in terms of conception and fertility as well. Okay, next one out is shadow work. So there could be something that you are trying to bring through into the world, but maybe you've arrived at a block or obstacle. Shadow work is all about looking into, your deep, dark corners, and what better time to do it than in Pisces season, which is all about, looking underneath, looking into the depths, looking behind the scenes, to illuminate what you may need to work on, or maybe what in your environment, who or what is blocking this. So there could be something to be addressed here in the deep dark corners here. So it feels like it's time to shine a light on what that block may be, Gemini. Let's keep going. We have got the Seven of Swords. So this can be an energy of the self-sabotage or feeling hard done by, sometimes deception and betrayal. So there could have been something that you were creating, that you were growing, and then you may have come up against somebody who is not supportive in your environment, or has maybe been playing this to their own advantage. So I want to get one more, and just linking back to that Piscean energy, which is very indicative of the moon energy. This could be something that you're just learning. There could be somebody that was wearing a false mask here in this situation, but the Ace of Swords is here, and this is the truth. This is that clarity. So there might be a truth revealed, or you may gain the insight into the situation, which really will be the breakthrough that will take you in a new direction here, Gemini. So it could come through a communication, or it could come through, something that you find out through another means here. But the Ace of Swords really is that breakthrough energy, and really being able to make sense of it so that you can make good decisions. Okay, I'm intrigued here, Gemini. Let's get the rest of your cards out. To let you know if you'd like a personal reading or healing, first link down below will jump you across to my website to check those out. Grab my Learn Tarot Quick Guide if you'd like to get started interpreting the cards for yourself, or to take a deeper dive into your tarot journey, the Initiation Way More Immersive course that is open to you as well. And you might want to join me across on Instagram. I am posting a lot over there, daily readings, and I do pull cards for followers from time to time pretty regularly, so you'll need to be there for when I put the shout out. Gonna speed things up, Gemini. See you in just a moment. Well, Gemini, these are your cards. Interesting story. Now we have the rest of it out. So the Ace of Swords obviously has shown up in the spread as well. So I love it when the energy just double ups. There is a lot of clarity and a huge breakthrough coming. We also have the beautiful Ace of Cups. Now, this situation, I feel for most of you, pertains to a connection or a partnership. Now, that's not limited to romantic love, although for many of you it will be in your personal relationships. But this could also be to do with a friendship, or sometimes I see this as a partnership with an organization you might be working for, or business partnership as well. But we do have the realms of some kind of close connection with another person. Now, I can see here, Gemini, that you have been very invested in this connection, and you've really believed in it. The Eight of Pentacles is someone who's willing to put the work in, through, for better or worse, through thick and thin. I feel that you have really, invested in this connection and believed that it can take you through to the 10 of Cups. You believed it was your, let's say, your happy ever after, or a long-term situation that if you invested in it, it would grow, it would flourish, it would bring you happiness. So going back to that Empress energy, if this is in love and relationships for you, there were dreams of, having a family together, conceiving together, growing old together, retiring together, going through the stages of life. If this is in work career, which it will be for some of you, you felt like this was your longer term role, that you could achieve that beautiful work-life balance in, and that you could really see that longevity of progression with. So I can see that you were all in here, Gemini, and I feel there's an element of authenticity on your part. But at some point, this energy has occurred, and it's the 7 of Swords. And as I mentioned, this could be either a deception, betrayal, or some kind of sabotage of that situation, which has left you in the 9 of Wands. Now, this is still a general reading, so I'm going to give you some examples because it will be different for all of you watching this reading. If this is in a relationship for you, you may have been trying to conceive together, or add that to your family in that way, and potentially that has become a stressful journey for you with the 9 of Wands. It could be that there's an element of the Tower energy here, where something in the foundation isn't feeling right. Maybe you're sort of on different trajectories here, or you have different values. Somebody might have something in the shadow aspect that has been coming up and causing some stress in the relationship, whether it's a way of being, because the 7 of Swords can be somebody who's using that mind energy for their own advantage. And of course, sometimes from time to time, we're all guilty of that, but this is a little bit more of another level, somebody who might gaslight or manipulate, or maybe withhold emotional energy as well, because that's a real currency when it comes down to connections. If this is in work career, it could be you being very invested in this and thinking that you were next in line for some kind of Ace of Cups opportunity, something that felt like a really positive, happy new start for you. And then at the last moment, that carpet has been pulled out from underneath you, as we say, and maybe it's gone to someone else. I think that the struggle in this situation has been going on for a while. I don't feel like it's an immediate situation, the 7 of Swords. There's been this kind of slow eroding of the situation, and slowly maybe you've been coming to the awakening, Ace of Swords, to the truth that just maybe this is not your happy ever after or your long-term happiness after all. In fact, I think there's been a lot of, mental activity here, or, you've been building scenarios in your mind. Well, what if, and what am I going to do now? How am I going to get out of this? Because the 9 of Wands would shows you that you have been struggling for some time, and it's like you've been absorbing the stress of this situation, which is having an impact on your energy, or whatever that 7 of Swords behavior is. You might have actually been not seeing it, or turning a blind eye. Okay, coming back to that shadow aspect of Pisces, that we're in Pisces season at the moment, we can choose not to look at things, we can choose not to see them, but underneath we are feeling the paranoia or the anxiety of that. So there needs to be light shed on this, there needs to be decisions, there needs to be conversations, there needs to be clarity in this situation, because the 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior energy, where it's really depleting you on many different levels. So I feel that there is a decision to make here. There is a decision to make here. Now, before you get to that decision point, there could be some truth or some information that you learn, some kind of truth exposed here, and that could happen in multiple different ways, through a conversation with somebody or you actually confronting this person. If you haven't got that information, I think it is time for a clear and meaningful conversation here, because the truth really does set you free, and that will give you the information that you need to make a more grounded decision. Until you make this decision or have this conversation, you're going to be riding that emotional roller coaster, Gemini. That is very, very clear. I feel like somebody is maybe, you know how you are all in? I feel like somebody else maybe is not all in. Maybe they're keeping their options open, or juggling multiple priorities. And that doesn't mean to say juggling other people, but it just feels that they are not as invested as you. The Ace of Cups in the position of the reading comes in with the 2 nines, which feels to me that there is a block on bringing the growth and bringing to fruition the Empress's dream in the situation, what you had on your heart when you entered it. Now, the Ace of Cups could indicate that there is a new beginning for one of you in this situation, but it's outside of this situation. Now, sometimes the universe throws us these situations as a catalyst for actually removing us from the situation. That's like a Tower moment where there could be a new opportunity, could be a new love interest, or a situation that takes us to a different location where, you know, a partnership might naturally fall away because of that. It feels like there is the opportunity here of an emotional new beginning for one of you in the situation. And I feel like it's possibly you here, Gemini, with the 2 of Wands here, because you've gotten to this point where you are seeking and searching because there's something within this situation that's making you feel constricted or held back. So you know you have so much more potential, so much more love to give to this, whether it's personal or professional. And I think you're getting really ready to make a decision to go elsewhere, to expand, to broaden your horizons so that you can really get that growth after all. So that's the 2 of Wands for me, as someone who's making the plans but is yet to execute it, because you've got decisions to make. And I think you wanted answers. I think you wanted clarity, Gemini. So hopefully this reading is a confirmation that there is more to this, and you will need to find that clarity either through an honest communication, or it just may happen that the universe is going to conspire that information coming to you. So let's close out with a Moonology card. Oh, I've got luck is on your side, and it's new moon in Sagittarius. And you might think, well, how can luck be on my side if I'm in a 7 of Swords situation? I've been undermined, I've been deceived, maybe I've been manipulated, or I'm dealing with someone who just doesn't have my best interests at heart. Well, luck is on your side with what I'm seeing here, and you actually being in the energy that you are now, Gemini, of making that decision and potentially freeing yourself, because, you know, that is going to line you up with, you know, really getting into a much better situation, with really dodging one here. So this is Sagittarius energy, and it asks you to take a step back and see the big picture. It's sort of like, you know, it feels unlucky at the moment, but in hindsight, looking back, I think you'll realize that this actually was a stroke of luck, how this is played out when you really do find that 10 of Cups. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope this resonated for you. I am cheering you on, and of course wishing you so much love and magic. Do take care. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.